Welcome back, everyone. It is time for Daybreak and 10 on Color 10.
We are on the air with you for the next 10 minutes without commercials, starting right now. And first, let's head on over to meteorologist Beth Vanello with our forecast first. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning, everyone. As you're heading out the door this morning, it's warm. Everybody is in the 60s this morning. 64 degrees in Springfield and mostly cloudy skies. 66 in Camdenton, 69 in Joplin, 67 in Rolla, and 66 in West Plains. Dew points are in the 60s, so it is a little bit sticky and humid as you're heading out the door. Breezy conditions out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour and gusting up to about 30. That continues through the morning hours. We have a cold front that's going to come in, so some of us are going to have some wet roads for the morning commute here in Springfield. I think that makes it here by about lunchtime, so some wet roads will be possible for dismissal and the PM commute. We make it into the 70s by lunchtime. That front will come in. That'll bring in some shower chances, and that will also bring tumbling temperatures back into the 50s, and that's what Futurecast will show you. Ahead of that front, we're in the 70s. Along that front, that's where those showers will be, and behind that front, that's where we'll see those 50s. Then overnight tonight, mostly starry skies. We drop back to about freezing, and then tomorrow a lot of sunshine and temperatures will be in the 50s and 60s. With this front, the healthiest threat for severe weather is going to be up near Camdenton and Lake Ozark and Rolla, and that threat is still very low. So if we have one or two storms that pop, the most concerning will be gusty winds up to about 60 miles per hour possible. So here's what we have today. Mostly cloudy skies. That front moves in from the north and west, makes it to Springfield by lunchtime with those showers and tumbling temperatures. Our primary threat, again, will be those gusty winds. Severe weather threat is going to be low. We're looking at a couple tenths of an inch of rain possible, and then that front is out of here by the evening hours, bringing cooler conditions. Then more seasonal for Veterans Day with sunshine both Wednesday and Thursday. Mostly cloudy skies on Friday, still very seasonal. We stay in the 60s this weekend, but we do have those shower chances on Saturday. Sunshine for Sunday, and we start off next week with sunny skies.
In some crime news for you, a man is now in custody after a 42-year-old woman was found dead inside an East Republic home yesterday in the 400 block of North Douglas Drive. Police haven't released her name nor a description of the death and how it happened, but it is being investigated as a homicide. No charges have been filed yet against the man. We will continue to give you the updates, though, as police give them to us. You can find them over on ozarksfirst.com.
The Laclede County Sheriff's Office and the Missouri State Highway Patrol are investigating the murder of a 33-year-old Marshfield man. Nathan Andrew Young's body was discovered Friday afternoon in a creek bed off of Kinfolk Road in Laclede County. He was reported missing on November 4th after not being seen or heard from since October 25th. The cause of death is undetermined right now, but the condition of the body indicates homicide. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact the Laclede County Sheriff's Office.
The future of the Affordable Care Act is going to the Supreme Court. It actually will be happening today as the court will hear arguments in California versus Texas in a case to repeal the ACA. Now, this is the third time the ACA has been challenged in the high court, but this time it will be heard before the most conservative panel of justices that the court has had in literally decades. Republicans argue the legislation is unconstitutional in its current form, while Democrats like Texas Congressman Lloyd Doggett say removing the program right now during a pandemic would result in disaster.
This time, awful time of COVID-19, of a pandemic, is about the worst time possible to be without access to a family physician and health insurance. Those people who've been hospitalized, and there's sadly too many of them in our community, they come out of the hospital often with some really big bills.
During her confirmation hearings last month, newly appointed Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett was asked about her stance surrounding this case. She answered that she has no agenda to end the ACA.
Now that the election is over, you may be wondering what you can do with your political signs. And the city of Springfield says while you can recycle the wire on the political signs, the actual sign itself is not recyclable at any of the Springfield centers, since many times they are made of a type of plastic that is difficult to break down. Kristen Millam with the city of Springfield recommends people take their signs to complete electronic recycling, the only place the city knows of that's accepting these signs, or to just throw them away.
Please do not place them in your curbside recycling bin. We are not accepting those through curbside or at our city recycling sites either. They just need to go in the trash unless you're able to take them to complete electronic recycling.
Individuals, businesses, organizations, whoever they may be, They can bring those in anytime during regular business hours. It's just another material to keep out of the landfill. The use of plastics has really exploded over the past 50 years, and more needs to be done with that material. And if something can be done without too much effort, on a person's part, why not do it?
Complete Electronic Recycling is accepting those political signs for recycling through the end of the month at no cost, but they do ask that you separate the sign from the metal stand.
New for you this morning now, Springfield Public Schools PTA Clothing Bank is in need of volunteers. Color 10's Nisha McDonald is in studio this morning to explain how you can help continue that mission. Nisha.
Yeah, Joe, well, good morning. Each school year, the Clothing Bank serves more than 2,000 students within SPS, thanks to donations and volunteers who keep the bank running. Your student ID or lunch number is the only paperwork you need to shop at the Clothing Bank. The Springfield Council of PTAs runs the nonprofit. Taryn Raydell is a part of the group and says it's a rewarding experience.
The highlight of our shopping days is the kids and their excitement. The little girls pulling a dress off the rack and seeing the sparkle, and then their eyes sparkle. Like it's so rewarding and comforting to know that we can provide that for them. Some of them are just happy for new socks and underwear, and just the light in their faces and the excitement makes everything, all the hard work, totally worth it.
Well, you can donate at any of our Wash House locations in Springfield. And to volunteer, visit the group's Facebook page at PTA Clothing Bank.
Nisha, thank you. And over in Kansas City, blood banks are calling on recovered COVID-19 patients for help. Local supplies of convalescent plasma are shrinking at critical time. The Red Cross is working with the CDC to collect the plasma, which contains antibodies that can help critically ill patients. Doctors say the supply of plasma fluctuates with demand and its usefulness in treating so many conditions.
Those antibodies are present, we're able to pull that plasma out of that donation. So as a donor, you don't have to come back in to donate plasma. We can pull that plasma out of that donation.
Every blood donation to the Red Cross includes a COVID-19 antibody test. Results usually come back to the patient in as little as a week.
Utah is now under lockdown because of the pandemic. Republican Governor Gary Herbert announced 2 weeks worth of changes that include limits on gatherings and a ban on schools' extracurricular activities. That would include athletics that get played then as well. There's also a mask mandate, which does not have a target end date. Residents are now required to wear them in public, at work, and when they are close to people who they don't live with. Utah's COVID-19 positivity rate is currently more than 20%. Time now to take a look at what is trending for you this morning, right?
All right, there is a new Miss USA. Asia Branch from Mississippi was named Miss USA yesterday. She's the first Miss Mississippi to be named Miss USA, and she was the first African American to be Miss Mississippi. So very exciting news from last night.
That's a lot of firsts that happened right there.
A lot of firsts happened.
And now she'll head to Miss Universe, which is exciting.
That's the next step,
cool.
right? So good for her. And then do you guys want to venture a guess? I already told you, Jen, who the second place state was?
For
The pageant. Miss
Oh.
USA, who finished second?
New Jersey.
That's I'm not surprised.
You wish it was
born and bred
Mississippi and New Jersey would have been a win for Beth.
Miss Idaho takes second, guys.
Yeah.
And then
How would I know that?
Miss Oklahoma. Well, yeah, 1 in
then Miss
49
Oklahoma.
shot. Miss Oklahoma third.
Very cool. Well, congratulations to Asia Branch from
Yeah.
Mississippi. I know you're happy about that.
Yeah, of course. I always cheer for Mississippi with a lot of things. That was a great state.
Yeah.
And then there was the news yesterday about Pfizer coming out with this vaccine for the coronavirus that they've said is 90% effective. That, of course, impacts markets drastically. A lot of stock prices have gone up, and this has actually pumped up oil prices as well as of yesterday and heading into today.
Yeah, we have seen stocks for everything just going up because of the news about this vaccine, which is 90% effective. And now we're just waiting on more news on what is next. When is this going to be available? Is it actually going to be available?
Right.
So a lot of questions from there, but good news that
good on the
that
scientists too for doing that.
Very good to see.
Exactly.
Starts warm and ends cold today, right?
That's the headline. 70s to start and then 50s to end the day.
All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching here on Daybreak.